Welcome back to another episode of Hollywoodbets Trackside. Last weekend at Hollywoodbets Scottsville, we saw the Hollywood racing team have a double capsaicin from the Sturt Ferry stable, winning a very good race, showing good guts to hold off all challenges. And then Emilenze Yokoduduma winning the non-black type Michael Roberts Stakes under Sean Veal, who is now the Hollywood Racing retained jockey. Very exciting times ahead for Hollywood Racing.
It's Capsaicin still the leader. Last one standing, Royal Swan Master, officer in command, and towards the outside also trying to get into the Sundance Kid. Last one standing, Capsaicin's fighting right back. Capsaicin, what a courageous victory won it. Second, last one standing, Bristol Hercules, maybe Royal Swan Master.
This weekend we'll be touching on Turfentine on Saturday. Hollywoodbets Kenilworth is alongside that meeting. Then racing on Sunday takes place at Hollywoodbets Scottsville. Hollywood Racing has a lot of runners this weekend, and we'll be going through each of them and listening to what the trainers have to say about their chances. Don't forget about the free-to-play Hollywoodbets Punters Challenge. A good weekend's racing. Hopefully it's a profitable one. We start off in race 1 at Turfentine on Saturday. The Hollywood Racing are represented by number 9 Inquinquezi from the Clinton Binder stable. Louis Mschlapo retains the ride. She ran a good race on debut over 1,000 metres, and if this run hasn't come too soon, she should be right there at the finish.
It surprised me, but it was always our plan, even before, to run her quite close. Looks like quite a strong field. I would think she may even have a chance.
In race 2, my best bet on the card is number 1, Winds of Change from Mike and Adam Azzi stable. Gavin Loreen in the saddle. He wasn't disgraced, went 5th in the Grade 2 Golden Horseshoe last time and returns from a 28-week break. He makes his seasonal debut, drops to maiden company, and he should take a power of beating. Number 3 on the card is Quacha Blitz from the Clinton Binder stable. Chase Morjan in the saddle. He's better than his last start when having to overcome an awkward draw on the Val Classic course. On previous form, he may be the one to fill the exacta spot.
So we're going 1160 again. I put Chase Morjan on. The reason I put him on is because he's an aggressive jockey, and that horse will tend to want to loaf.
In race 4, Anthony's best bet comes in the form of number 10, Espumante Dolce from the Mark Cox stable. Raymond Danielson in the saddle. She's a well-bred daughter of Vercingetorix, won impressively on debut, and let's listen to what Anthony has to say about her chances.
She was super impressive in her first run where she won. She looks like she's well above average. It is a very competitive race, but I think she has a lot of class about her.
We close off in race 8 where Hollywood Racing is represented by number 1, Don't Shoot the Barman from the Clinton Binder stable. Raymond Danielson in the saddle. He's better than his last 2 starts. He drops in class, but the obvious concern for me is his big weight of 64 kgs.
You know, I'd rather take them on with 64 kilos than with 52 kilos in a merit rate at 96. It's an MR80. It's a lot of weight to carry, but I think he's got a chance.
Racing on Saturday takes place at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth, and we'll start off in race 5 where Anthony's best bet is number 12, Another Dream from the Lucinda Woodruff stable. Grant van Kirk in the saddle. She ran a good race on debut over 1,250 metres at Hollywoodbets Durbanville, returns from a lengthy 20-week break, and let's listen to what Anthony has to say about the daughter of Futura.
She ran a very good first run when finishing second, as Lucinda Woodruff is pretty soft on her horses and they do come on a lot, and I think she'll take a power beating.
In race 7, my best bet on the card is number 1, Future Frequency from the Candice Bass Robinson stable. Aldo Doma in the saddle. He has shown good improvement with each of his runs to date. He'll love the step up to 1,800 metres, jumps from pole position, and in this field, I think he can go one better. Number 3 is Asinantanga from the Adam Marcus stable. Corne Orfa in the saddle. He's definitely better than his last start. He had excuses that day, and if finding the form of his penultimate run, he should finish in the money.
Asinantanga's had a very smooth preparation. He's going into the race fit and well. In this kind of field, if all goes according to plan, he's definitely in with a money chance.
Move on to race 8, and Hollywood Racing are represented by number 2, Mapaka from the Dean Canamere stable. Craig Bantam in the saddle, and he was disappointing in his last start. He steps up to 1,600 metres, and we are hoping to see improvement.
First time over 1,600 metres, and we're ridden by Craig Bantam, stable jockey, but all is good with them.
We close off in race 10. It's the Hollywoodbets Bright Future Sea Stakes, and the Hollywood Racing are represented by number 10, Mark Mazarin from the Dean Canamere stable. Gareth Wright in the saddle. He's been very disappointing in his last 2 runs in Cape Town, and we are hoping to see improvement over the 2,000 metres.
He's a fit horse. He's doing well, so all is good with him. So we look forward to them running on Saturday, the 18th of January.
Racing on Sunday takes place at Hollywoodbets Scottsville, and in race 1, Anthony's best bet is number 5, Trendmaker from the Doug Campbell stable. Serena Moodley in the saddle. He ran a good race on debut over 1,200 metres at Hollywoodbets Greyville. He would have come on from the run. We'll enjoy the step up to 1,400 metres, and let's listen to what Anthony has to say about the son of Pitala Palace.
Very good first up run when finishing second. I definitely think the step up in trip is going to suit him, and he is the horse they'll all have to beat.
In race 2, my best bet on the card is number 3, Cat's Pajamas from the Frank Robinson stable. Craig Zaki in the saddle. He won a game race over 1,000 metres at Hollywoodbets Greyville last time. He steps back up to 1,400 metres, jumps from a good draw of 3 in a small field. I feel he has a lot of class about him and should take a power of beating. Race 3 starts a busy day for Hollywood Racing on Sunday, and in race 3 the Hollywood Racing are represented by 4 runners. Number 1 is Ibuto from the Alison Wright stable. Antony takes a ride. Number 3 is Bowie from the Gareth Van Sale stable. Tristan Godden steps into a saddle. Number 5 is Turconnell from the Mike de Kock stable. Cabello Matsunyani is booked to ride. And then number 12 is Champon pour Champisi from the Alison Wright stable. Sean Veal takes a ride. And it is a competitive field. I'm leaning towards number 4, Lindbergh. And with healthy respect for number 10, Mr. Master Starter. But this is definitely a competitive start to the place accumulator.
He jumps from draw 1 with Atindiwe Maglugwa up. He does have a preference for the poly, but he has the good draw and feel he could run into the money.
I'm expecting improvement from him. This will be his second one after a rest. The rest did do him good. He'll hold nice value in this race, a nice roughie for this event.
And yeah, I see they're both reasonably drawn. But as I say, I think these good draws are going to help a lot.
If he gets some luck in running from draw 12, feel he can run into the money.
In race 4, Hollywood Racing are represented by Pat Ant's Hair from the Gareth Van Sale stable. Sean Veal in the saddle. She won a gutsy race in her last start over 1,000 metres on the course. She'll enjoy the extra 100 metres on offer, and it is a competitive field, but I feel she may be the one to side with.
She won a gutsy race last time out. She's taken the run well. Expecting her to put up on a show. Sean has one on her, and they were expecting her to be competitive.
In race 5, Hollywood Racing are represented by another 4 runners. Number 5 is Yannicus from the Gary Rich stable. Cole Dickin is booked to ride. Number 9, King of Spin, is having his first run for Stuart Ferry. Sean Veal will take the ride there. Number 11 is Rafa's Boy. Gareth Van Sale trains, and Atene Deum Khudwa will be in the saddle. And then number 14 is Moya Walaliga, Gareth Van Sale, the trainer, and Craig Zaki is booked to ride. Another competitive field. I'm in the camp of number 10, Soho Star from the Yogas Governor stable, with number 12 coming in hot, merits healthy respect.
It's a competitive field in saying that he is doing well at home when we've been able to work due to the rain, and I expect him to run a good race.
He's done very well since he came up from Cape Town. Can't see why he should not run a very good race on Sunday.
Moya Walaliga loves the course and distance, and expecting a big run from him. He's doing well. Rafa's Boy, it's just a question of whether he appreciates the extra distance. Hopefully with a little bit of restraint, he sees out the 1,200.
We move on to race 6, and Hollywood Racing are represented by number 1, Wazanawe from the Peter Muscat stable. Sean Veal in the saddle. She was disappointing in her first run out the maidens, and we are hoping to see improvements. In race 7, Hollywood Racing are represented by 2 runners. Number 1 is Ralph the Rascal from the Siboniso Ngobo stable. Cabello Matsunyani takes a ride. Number 2 is Mvolelo from the Mike de Kock stable. Muzieni in the saddle. He raced last weekend, tries the blinkers, and we're hoping for a form return. With regards to Ralph the Rascal, he ran a good race last time, and if confirming that effort, he should be involved at the finish.
In race 7, we have Ralph the Rascal. He's working very well at home, and he has a place chance. We back in Mvelelo up, trying the blinkers.
but they're both in pretty good form.
We close off in race 9, and it's a Hollywoodbets Bright Future Class 4 race for the fillies and mares, and Hollywood Racing are represented by number 11, Ubukwe Bizana from the MJ Undal stable, Sean Veal in the saddle, and she's been disappointing in her last 3 starts. She returns from a short break, and we are hoping to see a form return.
Ubukwe Bizana is running over 1200 at Scottsville. Personally, I think the 1200 could be slightly sharp for her. Not a filly to leave out, not a filly to banker in anything, but include her in your other permutations as a roughie.